Hey everyone, so I am Jen Rocheral from BS Math 2A. In today's video, we will demonstrate the equivalence relation. So first, what is equivalence relations? So, equivalence relations are very nice relations to work with. So, let's go ahead and talk about them. So, one equivalence relation is a binary relation. Binary relation. With three properties. So, it has reflexive property, and it has to be asymmetric. Symmetric property, and it has to be a transitive relation or property. So we will call our generic relations. Our R is a reflexive relation if every object under consideration relate to itself. So reflexive property is a relations A. For example, equal. So, equal is an equivalence relations. And for is equals to 4. So, this is an example of reflexive property. So again, our relations R is reflexive if every object under consideration relates to itself. So this is an example of reflexive property. 4 is equals to 4. So next, the relations R is symmetric if A relating B implies that B relating A. So for example of symmetric property is 3 squared is equal to 9. And it has also that is 9 is equals to 3 squared. So the last property is transitive property that R has to have in order to be an equivalence relation is that it has to be transitive. We say that R is transitive if every time an object A relates B and the object B relates to an object C, and it is also A relates to C. So as an example of transitive property with our equals relations, 2 is equals to square root of 4. And the square root of 4 is equals to 4 divided by 2. So it is also true that 2 is equals to 4 divided by 2. And that is the example of transitive property. So since equals or equal to is a binary relation, is reflexive, symmetric, and transitive, it is an example of equivalence relation. So it satisfies these three conditions, it being reflexive means that every object under considerations relates to itself, and being symmetric property means that for every object A relates to B and B relates to A. And it must be transitive property, which means that if there are three objects under considerations A, B, and C, such that A relates to B and B relates to C, then it must also be that A relates to C. So if these conditions of these three conditions are true for all objects, the relations R is being considered an binary relations. Then it is an equivalence relation. So I hope that this video helped you understand what is equivalence relations. Thank you very much for watching.